All right, we're recording. Hello, everybody. My name is Kate Lambert, and
Maria?
um, and we wanted to talk to you guys today a little bit about the Abundance Activator. So you've probably seen our posts about it, and we love this program. We love it a lot because it's a program that it allows us to be able to work with many people at one time for not a really big investment. And people have some really big shifts from these calls. So basically what happens, and I'll give you the overview and then I'll turn it over to Maria to give you a little bit more information about what she does, and then I'll talk about what I do. So basically, there is sort of a reading that Maria does. She connects to your spirit guides and finds out what exactly they want you to know in terms of abundance and in general, right? Because something that's holding you back from finding abundance in your life is probably holding you back from a whole bunch of stuff in your life. And it may not technically have to do with abundance. Like it may not be a money memory, for example. That's the problem. It may be something totally different that you had no idea actually was affecting you right now in feeling abundance in your life. So she looks into that. And then I do energy clearing of everyone so that any of that sort of negative stuff that comes up or that was blocked in you gets just sort of melted away throughout the call. And we basically keep going on the call until the guides are quiet and there's no more energy that we feel needs to be dispelled. So I'm going to hand it over to Maria to talk a little bit about her part of the Abundance Activator.
All right, thank you, Kate. So basically, like what Kate said, I connect to your spirit guides, but not only to your spirit guides, but to the whole conscious mind. So I connect with your subconscious, where your beliefs are stored, like the beliefs you bring in with you every day. For example, if you're going to choose between a $5 pen or a $10 pen, you would choose a $5 pen because it's cheaper, not necessarily because it's better quality. So those kinds of beliefs I would read. At the same time, I would also read your unconscious mind, where your past lives are stored, your karmic debts are stored. Then I do with your spirit, so I just call it the whole super conscious level, where I connect to your guides, to your angels, to sometimes there are Passover loved ones coming, but these things I don't control. When I open that, when I connect to you, I just channel the whole energy. So like what Kate said, we usually ask for you to give a wish. What is it that you want to, why do you want to join the session? What part of it do you want to unblock? Or what's your wish? Let's say I wish for a new job or a better man or a better relationship. So with that in mind, that would set your intention to get a root of why or what's preventing you. And because this call is a collective call, it means it's a group session. So we'll have between 8 to 80 people at one call. And most of the time, whoever comes, usually they share similar patterns in different aspects, but similar. So sometimes the same issue might occur between one and the other. And when I read those and when I channel those energy, then Kate will come in and just flush them out. Okay, so Kate?
Yeah, so the energy healing part is very fun for me. And what happens is basically we all sit quietly for a couple minutes, I guess it usually is, and I will send healing energy your way. And what that does is it sort of dispels that negative energy while replacing it with more open, clear, more abundant energy. And usually what happens when we're doing these energy clearings is you might experience something. For example, you could feel bodily sensations. You could see images in your mind. You could hear something. It just depends on like, what way you deal best in the world. Yeah.
And
Um,
how maybe I want to add to that, and how maybe you connect more to your guides, because everybody is different. Like you might get an image like what Kate said, sensation, so, or you might hear voices, or even just an idea. So those are connected. Sorry, Kate.
Yep. Yeah, no, thank you. I was struggling for words there to explain it. So you've heard of people who are clairvoyant. So those are people who are able to see things that other people might not be able to see. There are other people that just have like this feeling about something that you might see as sort of your intuition. Those people are clairsentient, and whichever you have more of a connection to is what you'll probably feel during the energy clearing. So what happens is I will feel or see. Those are the two I tend to deal with most. I'll feel or see something, and then I'll just bring it up to the group. And very often, Maria and I will have sort of a back and forth about it because we're very connected. Because she's, connecting to me, and the whole group is connected. So. It's interesting because we'll often find something that is very meaningful for someone on the call. So,
yeah. And I want to also add to being clairvoyant. So I know that a lot of people say, okay, you can see, but sometimes that is so misinterpreted, because when you say see, it's not really seeing it with your naked eye. It can be like seeing it from your third eye. So it's like from your inside eye, if you want, like an insight. So that image that you get, that's already like the universe giving you a message and you seeing it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it can be almost like a waking dream that if your eyes are closed and you sort of see something happening, and maybe you can't exactly tell what it is, but you know something is there, and I think a lot of times we often think like, oh, I'm seeing horses. I was thinking of horses yesterday, or something like that. When that could be the case, but it could be that the horse that you're seeing in your mind means something as well.
Yeah, and also because like what Kate said, this is very interesting, because when you see horses and those are repetitive symbols, usually they mean something to you from a subconscious level. So it's like the universe giving you a message. And like for me, my job in this call is just basically interpreter. I just channel the message and I just pass, and then I interpret what this is in the most the simplest way that I can, the most practical way. And when I need to, following your guides, of course, we need to reprogram some kind of code in your system. Let's say I'm not worthy or I don't deserve it, right? So usually, like what Kate does is just erase this. But sometimes I will get a message where they will suggest that I reprogram or input a code. Let's say I am worthy. But that again is I do it only when the guides strongly suggest.
Yeah, and just to sort of go off that too, the interesting thing about doing a session like the Abundance Activator is that you could be seeing these recurring symbols, and you may think, well, maybe they have something to do with me that I should be paying attention to, but I have no idea what they mean, right? Mm-hmm. Because if I see a horse, it could mean something very literal, like I need to go buy a horse, or maybe it means I need more freedom in my life. It could be, the image could be a symbol, or the image could be literally what it is, So it's helpful to have someone who's very in tune and able to really channel into your subconscious, which is creating these visions, by the way, to figure out what the heck that even means for you.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I also want to add, because we work predominantly with the three other conscious minds, so unconscious, subconscious, and superconscious, you don't really need to be on the call. Because once you register, you give us the consent. It's like you give us a key to your door. Because I would make, before we start, I will explain a little from me. And when I start channeling the energy, I will knock on everybody's door before, and then I will get usually a yes or no. And then I try again until I get a yes. So basically then I can use my key. So after that, after the session, I will pull out, and then I will help you lock your door as well. And with Kate's help, the two of us will help you not really seal, but to give you a better shield here, so that you also don't get irritated or don't get other people's energies easily. And that would maybe last a week or two. And for you to really be more in tune to yourself instead of getting affected by, something else.
yeah. So any last comments, Maria? I think that was all I had.
Yeah, I think that's all. If you want to join the next one, I think we are having it. I think I need to ask Kate, because we are operating from different time zones.
Yes. So. And we're now exactly 12 hours apart again, which is nice. Yeah. Makes it a lot easier for our math skills. Yep.
So, Kate, say which one on Boston time?
Yeah, so it is March 22nd, 21st Boston time, in the evening. I believe we said 8:30 p.m. Boston time. And I think, too, that as of that week, those of you in Europe will have changed times as well, because I believe you're a week off of the U.S. From anyone who changes time in Europe, I believe that's the case. So we should all be back to our normal offset by the 21st.
Actually, I want to add, because this is a time when we have the eclipse and the time zone. Usually we schedule the activator session on full moon, because it's really when it's the best time to really release things that no longer serve us, that we carried over from maybe the last chapter of our lives or the last year of our lives. And when we clear that out, it gives us more space to welcome the new, or it gives us more space to rewrite or create a new story. So especially with the change of time zones, like it's like your body, your system, physical system would be shaken up a bit. So you might feel a little bit, disoriented. And going on the call like this coming one would be very, very strong, because we'll be not only clearing, but also aligning. And I think that's very important, because when your self is still in the past, it's very hard, or when you're in the future, or it's 1 hour before or 1 hour after, it makes a difference, because we live in this world of physical time where time exists. Okay, so since we live in this world, it's better if we're in tune with the way it's working. It doesn't mean that in the other realms, of course, there's a very broad time concept, but in this world, there is a very quantifiable time measurement. So this one would be very good. So if you're interested, I think Kate would be posting the link. Please sign up first, because we need to get the name list, and I also need to get the wishes that you have. So I'll be connecting to those. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, Kate.
Okay. Yeah, and because of the time zone differences, because it will be quite early for Maria when we're doing the next one. We do ask that you sign up in advance. I think the last time you can sign up is the day before. So just make sure you do that. And I want to echo what Maria said. I'm finding that the past couple weeks, especially, energy has been really, really high and shifting a lot. So this is going to be definitely a very powerful call. So I'll post the link on this video, and yeah, you can sign up. All right. Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you on there.
Yep.
Bye.
All right. Bye.